Today, I will be explaining what happened in Exodus chapter 4. This chapter focuses on God's call to Moses and his signs of authority. It plays a vital role in the unfolding of God's redemptive plan. We will walk through the story with short verse excerpts, and we will see his sovereignty, forgiveness, and divine purpose. At this point, we are following Moses, a humbled shepherd in Midian. He is no longer a prince of Egypt. He is a fugitive, living far from power. For 40 years he has cared for his father-in-law's flock. A quiet life, far from the courts he once knew. Then, a holy encounter. A bush that burns, but is not consumed. God has spoken to him at the mountain. He is commissioned, return to Egypt and speak to Pharaoh. But fear and doubt flood his heart. He knows his failures, his lowly status, and his lack of eloquence. And he wonders, will anyone believe me? The chapter begins with Moses' question, what if they do not believe me? God asks, what is that in your hand? He commands Moses to throw it down. It becomes a serpent. Moses flees, startled. Then God says, take it by the tail. It returns to a staff in his hand. Next, a more personal sign. God says, put your hand inside your cloak. He draws it out, leprous, as white as snow. Again, inside the cloak. It is fully restored. These signs were for the elders, to believe that the Lord appeared to Moses. If still they would not believe, a third sign was given. Take water from the Nile. Pour it on the ground, and it will become blood. Not tricks, but divine credentials. Proof of God's authority over creation. Even after signs, Moses' insecurity remains. He pleads, pardon your servant. I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you spoke to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue. Exodus 4:10. God answers with a gentle rebuke and sovereign reminder. Who gave human beings their mouths? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Then comes a promise of help and guidance. Now go, I will help you speak and will teach you what to say. Exodus 4:12. Still, Moses begs, please send someone else. Exodus 4:13. God's anger stirs, yet he responds with mercy. He provides Aaron, Moses' brother, as a partner and spokesman. Moses will receive God's words and put them in Aaron's mouth. Aaron will speak to the people. Moses will be like God to Aaron, conveying the divine message. Grace turns weakness into shared ministry. Moses obeys, receives Jethro's blessing, and sets out with his family. The shepherd's tool has become a rod of divine power. God forewarns, Pharaoh's heart will be hardened. This will showcase God's supremacy over Egypt's gods. Then a startling moment at a lodging place. The Lord met him and was about to kill him. Exodus 4:24. Moses had neglected the covenant sign for his son. Zipporah circumcises their son. Swift obedience. The Lord spares Moses. The lesson is sobering and clear. Serving God requires inward and domestic faithfulness. The messenger must be aligned with the covenant he proclaims. Then, partnership. Aaron arrives as God promised. Moses shares the command and the signs with Aaron. Together, they speak to Israel's elders. Aaron delivers God's words. Moses performs the signs before them. And the people believed. Exodus 4:31. Hearing that the Lord saw their misery, they bowed and worshipped. This chapter teaches that God equips the weak he calls. We see his patience, mercy, and sovereign purpose. He orchestrates hearts, meetings, and miracles. His power over nature, bodies, and words is absolute. Above all, God is sovereign and profoundly merciful. In summary, Exodus 4 shows God preparing a reluctant servant for a holy mission. It reminds us to trust God while the outcome is still unfolding. His presence and purpose never fail. When you feel small or afraid, step forward in faith. God will help you and teach you what to say. If this helped, please like, comment, and share with friends and loved ones. Subscribe to continue walking through Scripture with us. Thank you for watching.